Hello.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Sorry, I'm like super late.
Oh, all good, all good. It actually got me a chance to warm up. I've been playing COD too much lately.
My name's Jollz. I'm a Radiant player. If you're enjoying this type of content, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. If you're interested in coaching yourself or want a chance to win free coaching, be sure to watch the end of the video for details. Other than that, enjoy the video. All right, let me take a look. Let's see. The bronze account. Bronze 1.
Yeah.
All right. You have a 66% win rate, though.
Yeah, I'll put my silver one in. So you can see both stats. But they're pretty much similar. I think my bronze one is a little bit better.
Yeah, your bronze one stats are better right now. On the silver one, you have 116 damage per round. And then on your bronze one, though, you have like 140, which is pretty big difference. Headshot percentage is about the same.
That's where I'm having the problem. I know that. Coming from console, you had the aim assist.
Right.
And then I'm playing on mouse and keyboard. It's just a bit weird trying to aim for the head.
Yeah.
And that's
it just takes practice. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, your stats are not that bad though. Like on your main account, so yeah, 140, around 1 KD, pretty decent. Yeah. So it's exactly what you mentioned. The headshot percentage is probably going to be crosshair placement as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you got the wall and the armor.
Yeah, I usually have trouble with Reyna. I just buy straight up abilities.
So with Reyna, yeah, so okay, with Reyna you want to go with Ghost and an orb, and then Sage you almost always want to go wall armor. Nice. You have 2 bullets.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah. All good, all good, all good. So one thing too to note is like anytime your teammate gets kills or your teammates die, glance at the minimap real quick and find out where do they die from. Quick little like check to see where do they die from, where are they at. And of course, check the bullets as well too when you have time like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Enemy spotted B.
So crosshair placement's a big one, right? Careful, careful. Oh.
I should have known. I thought he was still camping.
Yeah, we gotta check it, right? Like even if we're gonna be exposed from that angle, we gotta just check it, right? Just to be safe. Rather safe than sorry.
Yeah.
All good though. No worries.
See, I think I was more focused on the Reyna, not what was coming from that side.
Yeah, like tunnel visioning on the Reyna, right? Instead of worrying about like every opportunity. Yeah, exactly. So one question I have for you: do you always buy after you lose first round? Like, is that something that you normally do?
Oh, sometimes I don't. In competitive, I find I do a lot. After a win, I usually buy really big. To try to keep the momentum.
Yep. Yeah, that's good to do.
I find I try to buy after a loss sometimes to get the momentum back.
Yeah, usually as a good like principle that you could do is like after you lose pistol rounds, 9 out of 10 times I would probably just like save, right? Like I would not try and buy up. Yeah. You always got to just check the economy for your team. So it looks like your entire team is buying this round. We're going to go light armor and then phantom or Vendel, whichever you prefer.
I want to rotate, but...
Probably, yeah. I think you guys go B.
Let's rotate.
Man. Reyna just didn't even give a fuck. Runs past the trip, literally keeps holding W.
Oh, I thought that was...
I thought so too, yeah. So you guys have the bomb down. You have to go get the bomb. It looks like outside of showers, yeah.
This is probably one of my least favorite maps too.
It's a tough one because it's really hard on attack side. That's right. Yeah, it was tough when we lost bomb outside of showers.
Yeah, I don't buy the slow orb a lot.
Yeah, it's good if you have extra money, but it shouldn't be a priority. You should definitely prioritize Vandal light armor over, you know, buying util here. But so in this case, we are kind of broke, but our teammates are still buying. So maybe we go Spectre. I'm
gonna buy the Ares just.
Oh, Ares, okay. Okay, good wall. We are aiming too low. It's our crosshair placement. Let's try. So in this, okay, we have our ult, right? So we want to let our teammates go in first, kind of bait them a little bit, right? We want them to die and then try and find a way to kind of get a res off.
I also think staying with bombs is the best idea too.
Yeah. So you could just follow them, just kind of like bait them a bit.
I know where that camera is.
Nice. Oh my god.
I know where that camera is because my friend plays Cypher. main cipher.
Yeah, and he's been using that camera there like almost every round, right? So like we're starting to notice their habits, which is good. It's good.
So yeah, I actually might go.
No, I would go Vandal. Yeah.
Vandal?
Always you want to prioritize, if you can afford it, Vandal full armor or even Vandal light armor. It's just way better. So same idea. We want to follow our team. Follow our team here. We have a res. We want to try and get a
and
good...
I've also got bomb.
Yeah. So with crosshair, make sure your crosshair's like head level, right? Yes. Better. It was better though. It was better. You saw how you adjusted there. So before you were like looking at the ground a lot of time. Basically wherever your eyes are looking, that's where your crosshair should be looking as well. And you should always just be aiming and focusing on the head, right? On their head level always.
Yeah. That's the thing. I know how to. I find myself better at defense than attack.
I feel like defense is a lot easier, especially for this map. This map is very defensive sided, I would say. We can res. Yeah. Nice.
No.
Yeah, he's like backside. Nice shot. Good job. Yeah, so one thing too, be careful with reloading a lot. I'm noticing like a lot of the times, like, you know, I feel like in Call of Duty or something, reloading is like way more important. In this one, got to be careful because you can get punished pretty hard by reloading, especially out in the open. It makes you like super vulnerable during the entire animation of the reload, right? Because you can't shoot. So just something to think about.
Yeah.
And if you have like 20 bullets, that's fine. You only need one, right? In their head. You could wall something. Yeah. Nice. So one thing to always keep in mind, always like head level. You know what I mean? Like every single time. So another thing too, we have to make sure if we are shooting that we're stopping, right? You don't want to be like moving and shooting. So if you are going to shoot, you definitely, you know, stand still, take your couple shots. Maybe you could even strafe a little bit. And I'll show you a lot of exercises that'll help you out with like aiming.
Yeah.
But the idea is like, you want to just make sure that you stop before you shoot. Otherwise your bullets are going to go everywhere, right?
I'm going to buy actually one orb.
You can buy both. You have money, right? So when you have money, that's when you can go with the slow orbs. Yeah. It's just more like if you are struggling with money, then that's when like you probably wouldn't want to go slow orbs. It's better to go armor and wall over slow orbs.
Yeah, I want to wall off actually.
Yeah, this is a good wall. This is the one you should usually use. Nice, good trade. So because nice, good, better. So because you have like elbow walled, you know what I mean? Like you don't even have to worry about that. If they don't start shooting at it, don't even worry about it. You know what I mean? It's like it's completely blocked off in your mind. The only way that they can come from is from spawn side. So
with peeking corners, because that's the one I'm having trouble like clearing.
Yeah.
Would you do that where you could? Like, would you go close to the corner to peek, to clear it, or would you say further back? Further back.
Almost always you should be further back. So, like, if you can make it like a habit, when you are peeking corners, you definitely want to be further back from the angle.
So, say I was trying to peek here, just hug this wall?
The back wall, yeah. With crosshair placement, at head level, exactly, yeah. Those are some good shots that Killjoy hit, but... so one thing that you also want to do on Sage, and that it would kind of help a lot, but you could wall something off instantly, right? Like on defensive side, especially. What you could do is probably wall off either long or you could wall off hookah, and that way you're not forced to take early fights. And your teammates, if they are going to be coming B, they have to break your wall down to do it, and it gives you guys a lot of info to work with. So we lost first round. This is where you save. This is where you save. We lost first round. We are gonna save. We're gonna buy for the next one. And I would even try and not use your utility all too much. The only times I would use my utility on a save round is if we get like 2 or 3 kills. And it's like a 5v2, 5v3 or something, and we have a couple guns. I'm like, oh, this round kind of looks winnable, and then I would use some utility, but because utility can transfer to the next round, then you're chilling.
I hear some.
Yeah, walk up. I think they're going B. So I think you have a timing right now if you go on your right. Yeah.
So they're on site now.
Yeah, but there's probably one still around here. Oh, nice try.
See, this is something I also need to get better at, is knowing how to replace myself.
Yeah, reposition. What you could be doing, so you know how you peeked a little bit, like short, like you took like an aggressive angle there. So what you could do is just basically play an off angle, wait for them to push into you, and then take the fight, because kind of like peeking like that, it gives away your position. And then after that, it's like, well, now they're going to come around the corner looking right at you. You know what I mean? So you need to keep them guessing a little bit. Okay, go long this round and wall off long. That's risky. That's how we did it. There we go. And you could be doing stuff like this almost every round, where you wall off one area and then just get the orb and start farming for your ult. Ooh, should never heal in the open. Oh, nice try. So let's go long again. Let's go long again and wall it. Finally part of the community. Welcome. Nice. Good shot. Oh, nice try. Yeah, you have your ult too. So basically you want to try and find a way to use it this round if possible. Maybe play with let's play with Killjoy. Where's she playing? Is she staying in hookah? Yeah, let's play with her in there. Nice. 2 bullets. I like the res though. Like, we let our teammate go first, they died, you got the trade kill, and then you went for the res, right? So that's how strong Sage is, right? That's what makes her really good. You kind of want to do that when you have your res. And if you saw there, right, when we played with KJ in hookah, you had the right idea, right? You walled long, and then you were able to play double up somewhere. So that's another strength that Sage brings. So the same idea. Yeah, I would wall long. Yeah, this wall's better. Yeah, this way you're not exposed when you throw the wall, right? This is good. Yeah. This is good. If you nice. That was a little risky, right? That we didn't shoot the eye because Reyna actually jumped with it this time.
Yeah.
You know?
Would you buy both orbs here or none? Or
yeah. You have money left over. Yeah, and it's the last round. Like, if you lose this round, you know.
Oh yeah. Because if they push hookah again, I can just put an orb up there.
Yep. Yeah, wall orb, good. Yeah. So good. Good.
Where's Spike?
Oh, nice try.
What's your take on crouch shooting?
It's good to do if you plan on spraying. So if you do plan on spraying, it's not bad, but it's bad to like spray and crouch every single gunfight, right? I think in that situation, like if you're that close to someone, it's not bad, like to crouch and spray and commit to that fight. Oh, nice try. Okay, so a couple things that I wanted to mention. So sometimes you would throw in the wall like this, you know what I mean? Like you would come around like this and do this. And again, this is risky, right? Because if they're here, we're dead. You know what I mean? Like if they peek while we're during this animation, we're dead. So then you started to change it up and you'd wall like this. This is perfect. There is no window for them to punish us for this. Does that make sense? So that's exactly what you want to do. And like I mentioned, what's the power of throwing, like, you know, your Sage wall here early in the round? Well, now maybe we play with our KJ here in hookah and we double up, you know, and we can trade our teammate and play off of her, or we could do whatever, right? And we don't have to worry about long, because how are they going to get around it, right? Unless they start shooting it or updraft or whatever. But you're going to hear all that stuff, right? You're going to be here and you're going to be able to hear it. So another thing that I would recommend is probably changing your minimap settings, maybe increasing the size of the minimap so you can see it a little bit better. And like I mentioned before, right, it's like if you notice your teammates dying or the enemy team dying, check on the minimap, like where do they die, so then you have a better understanding of where the enemies are, or where your enemies aren't because they're dead now, right? So it's like, let's say that you're shooting at someone here, and because you saw someone showers and your teammate killed them from heaven, but you just don't know because you didn't look at the minimap to notice that or something. And another thing too is crosshair placement. So this is something that I noticed, right? A lot of times our crosshairs like this. It's like towards the ground. Maybe your eyes are looking somewhere else, but your crosshair's down here. Yeah. So what you need to be doing is your crosshair is where your eyes are going to be looking. So wherever your eyes are looking, your crosshair should be too, and you should be focusing on their head, like the enemy's head. And you know, once you started doing that, your crosshair was better. So wherever your eyes are, your crosshair is. So try and make that a habit. Except obviously when you look at the minimap, because you're going to be doing something like this. One thing too to practice here in the practice range is making sure our gun control is good, because sometimes I'm noticing we're like moving and shooting. We're like we shoot and move a little bit. So there's a bad habit from COD, and you just want to like stand still, take a couple shots, stand still, take a couple shots. And this is just what's called strafing. So because the idea behind strafing is this, right? Like this is the burst, right? This is your bursting that you would normally do.
Yep.
I can turn up the audio a little bit. This is the bursting that you would normally do, and you see how long it takes for the recoil to reset. Like if you shoot at this speed, your recoil resets like this. Now with this exact same speed that you're doing, you can add strafes in between them. You see, like nothing has changed in terms of my speed of the shots, but I've just added a little strafe in between. Now how you actually learn this is super simple. You take 2 shots, strafe, stop, 2 shots, strafe, stop, 2 shots, strafe, stop, 2 shots, and then you just keep doing this until you get comfortable. You're standing still, your bullets aren't doing this. You see how they're just kind of going crazy because we're still moving when we're shooting. So you just got to make sure that it's stopped. And what you could do is there's a little graph here in the video, and you turn on the shooting air, and then if you see the little graph here now in the top right, it's gonna be orange, and when it's orange, that means we've actually stopped. So this is what it looks like when we're moving. See, it's gonna be like blue and stuff. And then what you want it to look like is this. So when it looks like this, you're like, okay, I've actually stopped moving when I'm shooting, and this is like a good indicator that we're doing it correctly. So once you do it kind of slow like this, then you're just going to start speeding it up a little bit, and you're like, okay, I'm strafing, I'm shooting, I'm strafing, I'm shooting, and then you start speeding it up, and then eventually you get to a point where you're like, oh my god, I'm flying and I'm shooting and I'm killing people. It's better to go slow and making sure that we get it down, and then you speed it up. And if you start to like mess up because you're going too fast, you're like, okay, maybe I slow it down a little bit, and now we go this speed because this is what I can do consistent. And then once I get at this speed and now you can do it consistent, that's when you can, you know, start speeding it up, and it gets really quick. But feel free to Discord DM me. DMs are open. So and listen, I look forward to hearing about your rank experiences in the future.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good rest of your day. Take it easy, have fun.
I will. You too, and good luck with the moving.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good one. See ya.
If you're interested in coaching yourself, click the link in the description, click the book a lesson button, and select your plan and time.
So if you want to win free coaching, be sure to comment down below your Discord name without the hashtag and what you learned from the video. I'll be picking out a person randomly.